Exposing Steve Harvey. Like him or not, American talk show presenter and comedian Steve Harvey seems to be wherever you look on a tube these days. There are certain questionable aspects of Harvey's character that the public often overlooks, but there is also plenty about the Steve Harvey that viewers may not know. Steve Harvey is a master of many skills. Harvey has also enjoyed great success as a presenter, actor, producer, and writer, in addition to his more well known role as a stand up comedian. His hands are as golden as Midas. Harvey has had a rocky professional history and has had to work hard to achieve his current success. A USD 60 million lawsuit and repeated divorces have made his personal life turbulent. His rise to power was paved with trials throughout his formative years. Steve Harvey was a boxer, a mailman, and an auto worker before he became famous. He's worth roughly $45 million now, but his financial situation wasn't always so secure. In addition, the comedian's previous marriages also ended in nasty divorces that left him emotionally and financially devastated. Take a peek at his marital history. Harvey wed Marcia Harvey in 1981, when he was still trying to create a name for himself in the entertainment industry. He abandoned his loved ones in favor of pursuing his dream of being a successful comedian. The fight between them culminated in a divorce in 1994. It was speculated that Harvey had cheated on his wife and left her when she was pregnant with their third child, leading to the breakup. Marcia Harvey, on the other hand, avoided the rumor mills. She has written a few novels since the breakup and has generally kept a low profile. Harvey wed makeup artist Mary Shackelford in 1996. It was said that Harvey and Mary started dating while he was still married to Marcia. In 1989, when Harvey was performing stand-up, he first met Mary. Mary finally replied yes to Harvey's proposal after 7 years, and the two are now happily married. The couple divorced in 2006 after barely 9 years of marriage. Mary maintained her silence about the marriage and subsequent divorce. In contrast, she uncovered a love letter from Harvey's mistress, which naturally made a stir. Steve Harvey and Mary Shackleman's divorce was finalized in 2005. Thus, it took nearly 6 years for the real drama to begin. Mary allegedly began posting slanderous comments about her ex-husband on a video sharing website YouTube, as reported by US Weekly. She used her story to claim that the comedian cheated on her with another woman, including Marjorie Harvey, his present wife. A Texas judge later admonished Mary for potentially breaching a gag order and distributing incorrect information. According to the Daily News, the court rejected Mary's accusations that Steve had evicted her and left her homeless, citing the fact that Mary had been awarded hefty alimony and various properties as part of the divorce settlement. In addition to issuing a temporary injunction requiring her to remove the defamatory videos from YouTube, he also ordered her to refrain from discussing the pending and past litigation with the media. Mary filed a $60 million lawsuit against her ex-husband in 2017, as reported by E! News, despite suffering a judicial defeat in her struggle against him in 2016. The complaint made a number of serious allegations, including child endangerment, deliberate infliction of mental distress, and soul murder. In the words of the complaint, soul murder is achieved by a combination of torture, deprivation, and brainwashing. Steve's attorney issued a statement to the Jasmine brand in which he denied the allegations, calling them meritless and completely false. The case was eventually thrown out of court. Steve Harvey and Mary Shackelford had a contentious divorce that included a custody struggle for their son, Winton, who did not turn 18 until 2015. The Daily Mail reports that throughout their divorce procedures, Mary made charges of child abuse against Steve, but the court sided with Steve and awarded him custody of his son. Representation for Steve claims the court found, based on information obtained, the child does not appear to be at risk. Steve was silent about the controversy involving his second wife, but in 2011, a comic publicly called her out. On a Steve Harvey morning show via HuffPost, he remarked, "The part that's hurtful in here is my wife and children have to be dragged into this. My son is entering the room sobbing, but if you're going to be nasty, go ahead and direct it at me." Steve and his son would Mary have stayed close throughout the years, and in 2015, Winton even appeared on his dad's talk program. Winton gave his dad a photo of the two of them for Father's Day, so they must have gotten along. "It will serve as a constant reminder of the impact you had on my life, of how you helped me become a good enough student to go into college," Winton said. "You were successful in changing my mind." He's with Lady Love Couture creator Marjorie right now, and currently they have recently celebrated their anniversary. Harvey says that Marjorie is the reason he is successful now. Harvey now counts 7 children and a growing number of grandkids within his family. He has a wonderful family life and a good job that allows him to retire in luxury. Steve has adopted all 3 of Marjorie's children from before they were together, bringing his total number of children to 7. His first wife, Marcia, gave birth to their children, Brandy and Carly, and their son, Broderick Harvey Jr. He then married Shackelford, and the couple produced a son, Winton. Marjorie Harvey's stepdaughter, Lori Harvey, is arguably the most well-known of Harvey's offspring. The 25-year-old ex-boyfriends include Sean Diddy Combs, Future, Akon's brother Abu Tiam, Michael B. Jordan, and Damson Idris. Steve Harvey, a comedian who has had a long and fruitful career in show business, is perhaps best recognized for his work as the presenter of Family Feud. Because of the show's overwhelming popularity, his entire life has shifted since he took the position. No one knows the ins and outs of the entertainment business quite like the actor and longtime talk show host. However, even Hollywood pros make mistakes. And back in 2015, the Family Feud host had a major snafu on live television, no less, when he announced the wrong Miss Universe winner. Steve called it the worst week of my life in an April 7 interview with SiriusXM's Comedy Gold Mines with Kevin Hart podcast. The 64-year-old actor claims that he is not to blame for the misunderstanding. Steve, during the event, named Adriana Gutierrez of Colombia as this year's Miss Universe. The host's subsequent correction that Miss Philippines Pia Wurtzbach was in fact the true winner stunned viewers and audiences alike. To Kevin Hart's surprise, Steve said he didn't realize his mistake until someone on his squad commented, "Big dog, you said the wrong name." According to Steve Harvey, the Miss Universe team had planned to make the adjustment the next day. To remedy the situation, however, he decided to go out on stage. He said, "I went back out there and sat on my arse again. I should have waited for the newspaper to report it the next day. I never would have caught all the crap that I did." When asked about the foul out from his gaffe, the author of Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man said, "It was a horrible ass night there, dog. I was in agony and didn't even realize it. I had no idea how disastrous my oversight actually was." When asked about the incident, he said, I knew it was horrible, and when it happened, and honestly, it wasn't my fault," he continued. "When I got up the following morning, it was everywhere. It was front page news everywhere, and that week was the worst in show business I've ever experienced." Steve claims that strangers in cars were throwing rocks at his fence while shouting the term puta at him in Spanish. The word may signify a variety of things, from bitch to slut to motherfucker and beyond. Despite his lack of Spanish fluency, he was able to tell me, "I don't know Spanish, but I know puta. They call you puta a lot of times," he remarked. "For example, I know that ain't good because it was puta in all the notes and all the texts." After Harvey accidentally named Adriana Gutierrez Miss Universe last month and then had to reverse himself and take the title away from her on live air, the two were able to make up in person. The sincere apology was taped during the second half of a special taping of Steve Harvey's syndicated daytime talk program, Steve Harvey, titled Miss Universe, The Truth. "I just want to say how sorry I am," Harvey sobbed to Miss Columbia. "As they say, I am beyond sorry for what happened that night. She wanted to take a rest and spend time with her family," Gutierrez said, "so she kept quiet about the event for some time after the Miss Universe contest." In 2010, Steve Harvey and his wife Marjorie established the Steve and Marjorie Harvey Foundation, which provides disadvantaged communities with the tools necessary for success. They have launched several mentoring programs through the foundation, including the Steve Harvey Mentoring Program for young men and women who rule the world. In addition to his extensive achievements in the entertainment industry, Harvey is also a best-selling author. Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. What Men Really Think About Love, Relationships, Intimacy, and Commitment was published in 2009. It was a New York Times bestseller and the basis of the 2012 film Think Like a Man, in which he starred. Straight Talk, No Chaser, How to Find, Keep, and Understand a Man was also a bestseller on the New York Times in 2010. 2014 marked the publication of Act Like a Success, Think Like a Success, Discovering Your Gift and the Path to Life's Riches. During the recording of Family Feud, Harvey opined on the importance of taking risks to achieve one's goals. His remarks were recorded and distributed. Surprisingly, the video went viral, and in 2016, he wrote the New York Times bestseller, Jump. Mr. Harvey's greatest accomplishment is his family, which consists of 7 children and 7 grandchildren. Steve and Marjorie Harvey are devoted to their family. What other interesting facts do you know about Steve Harvey? Is his marriage with Marjorie really his final stop? Let's discuss your views in the comments below. Stay tuned for more thrilling content of your favorite celebrities and their past lives.